Week 3 of spring practice. We're here with Cornerbacks Coach Tripp Weaver. Coach, just talk about how everything's gone so far as you've really gotten to see your group through 6 practices now and just the improvement from day 1 to now.
Yeah, I think as a defense as a whole, the guys have been really good at buying into what we're saying. We've changed a few techniques for a few guys. They're buying into it. They're playing really hard, practicing hard. I think we had a huge jump at corner today, especially in one-on-ones, some things like that. Doing a really good job. Fortunate to have some good senior leadership in Taylor Reynolds. He's doing a nice job, and then a bunch of the young guys battling it out and seeing who's going to play. So we really enjoyed it as coaches. I think the players really enjoyed it too.
A lot of the youth you have at cornerback played quite a bit last season. How has that kind of helped them heading into spring ball? That they didn't have to redshirt, they kind of got their feet wet as a true freshman.
Well, for the most part, when you're taking live bullets, it's a little bit different. So they have game experience. They've taken live bullets, so they can go out there and really use some of the techniques maybe a little bit quicker than somebody that redshirted. It's a good problem to have, but we have a lot of depth and a lot of guys that can go out and play. Feel really good about the group. The biggest thing about this group is they're not a selfish group. A lot of times when you have a lot of good players in one group, some selfishness can creep in there, but they've been great and they're working hard and competing against each other. So it's definitely good to have that experience.
Today there was a different kind of energy, it seemed. A couple scuffles in there, and Taylor says he likes to see those things. As a coach, you like to see that as well, as long as no one gets hurt?
Absolutely. Now it's a physical game. One thing we got to develop is an edge, not only on offense but also on defense. The offense was pretty good last year. We're putting a big emphasis on the run game and being physical up front. And then on defense, we're putting the emphasis on being physical every single play. And if you come out here and do that every play at practice, sometimes those things happen. But at the end of the day, they're all family in that locker room. But the best fights you get in are usually with your brothers. So,
Coach talked at the end of practice that implementing the red zone offense and defense on Wednesday, that's an area that offensively we were pretty good at last year. Defensively, not so good. Anytime anyone scored, it was pretty much a touchdown. How do you get these guys to improve in that category? Because, that's the difference in wins and losses right there.
Yeah, well, the biggest thing is being on the same page. Everybody knowing the defense, knowing your job, and then executing your job. It's no different than when you're out here on the field. It's just everyone really pays attention when you get down the red zone. So as coaches, we have to do a good job creating a good scheme, which Coach Trott has. And as players, they have to do a great job of dissecting that scheme and understanding their role in it. And keeping it simple for them is going to be big for us. I'm excited to see how it goes. We do have a pretty good scheme, and we got pretty good players too. So it should be some good battles as we get going on Wednesday.
I think there's something to be said that Coach Trott's defenses the last 5 years have been the nation's best in interceptions. How do you get these guys who not necessarily up there in the interceptions? How do you get them to be the the top of the cream of the crop?
It's a lot of it's scheme. Okay, Coach Trott has a great scheme that he's developed in his time at Richmond and everywhere else. And then some of it too is techniques that we're using. These guys are buying into those techniques, and we had 4 or 5 interceptions today. Taylor dropped 2 or 3 today. But we just got to keep grinding on that and keep being aggressive. We're fortunate to sit it up with the nation interception return yardage, so hopefully we can keep that title as we come here and then take Bob's with us, and we should be pretty good.
Saturday, it's scrimmage time, the live action with some officials. How excited are you to kind of see these guys, take the bullets, so to speak?
Absolutely. It's exciting. It's a little bit different when you're tackling and it's live, full go. Everyone looks good and we're running around in pantyhose and helmets. So it'll be interesting to see who rises to the top and who falls down. And then at the end of the day, these reps are the most important, and we'll know what we really got on Saturday.